Making sure this is where. Alright, what's up, guys? It's Storm_Watcher19. This has been, I know this has been a late stream of going with the Valentine's Day. The reason being is because I had work today, so that's why I'm starting late. Also, this is not going to be a really long stream. I'm just going to do the basics of it because, I'll be honest, I'm actually somewhat tired, but I'm actually just going to do these 4 missions and show you what the new missions are, because there's nothing really new of the game really anymore, so I'm just going to do the priority file. But I do want to tell you right now, it's been 5 years since I've been single. 5 years it's been. I can't believe now that's been finally 5 years now that I actually... Oh, God. But like I was saying is, I'm just glad I'm glad that I'm single for 5 years. Now, I know what you guys are saying, like, usually I'll be moping on wanting a girlfriend, right? You know what? I'm gonna be real with you guys. I'm gonna wait till she shuts up real quick. Anyway, like I was saying was, they always say, oh, I wanted a girlfriend, this and that, but you know what? I'm kind of glad I don't have one at this point, because to be honest with you, this generation, it's just not the same as it used to be. And why I say that? Because everyone's always like want things that they want, or I should say, like, it's like you have to meet their expectations, and you have to meet their requirements. Like the girls have the 666 rule. In other words, they have a rule where you have to have you gotta be 6 feet tall, six pack, and have 6 figures. Like, you think we're gonna get that kind of fantasy, like, in your dreams. But, I just thought I'd say that it's been crazy that I don't even know what to say anymore, to be honest with you. But, let's just say this. But, if anything, I would say that I'm glad that I don't have to worry about being with someone that that's not toxic anymore. And the reason being is I'm glad because, let's be real here, I made horrible mistakes being with that person. There we go. But like, but the way I see it is, I used to hate Valentine's Day because I used to always say, like, oh, I wanted a girlfriend and this and that, but guess what? Now I think about it, you don't want love, because it's just a money rip-off. It's a money robbery day, because they rob you for your money, and it's like take me for example, like my ex, like on Valentine's Day of 2020, when I was with my little brother, well, besides that, but when I was when my brother was over, let's just say I bought out Frozen 2, rented out Toy Story 4. And long story short, she was like a child. And you know what's sad in me? The fact is that I put my whole paycheck on it, and she thinks I'm going to eat chocolate. I'm like, dude, I literally said a trillion times that I don't eat chocolate. What do you don't understand that I don't eat chocolate? Like, I don't like chocolate. I never did. It's too sweet for me. But to sit there and say to sit there and say you don't know what I want, like, clearly, like, you know what I want, you clearly know I'm not saying that, you should clearly know what I do, like, ask, like, do they have PlayStation cards? Dude, they have tons of things I do. I'm on the PlayStation 24/7. You could have asked, like, do they have PlayStation cards? That's all you could have said. No, they don't. She gives me something stupid, and then 4 years later, now all of a sudden she wants to come back in my front step of the door and wants to be like, oh, like, let's go back out again. I'm like, yeah, that's not happening. Because, let's be real here. I'm not dating. I don't want to be with someone that's going to be that's not going to be toxic and not going to hate on someone. You know what I'm saying? I learned that the hard way, because I always wanted a girlfriend that wanted to treat me well. But you know what? Honestly, I'm going to tell you guys, and I'm going to be real, and I'm actually going to be real on this stream. I'm not going to be bragging about, well, part of it, I'm going to be bragging about things I want, but Well, I'm gonna tell you the real truth. The real truth is, don't worry about having a girlfriend. Focus on yourself and your education, because don't do what I did. Because I did that, and I had so many opportunities in front of me, and I just threw it all away. So, take this with a grain of salt. Don't always want to have a girlfriend, because you do that, you're gonna regret it for the rest of your life. Because, I mean, you're not gonna regret it, but like, if you pick the wrong one and then you missed your good opportunity, you will have a regret later in life. For me, I wish I could sit there and say, hey, I wish I had a girlfriend that I love. But, you know, I actually don't. I'm really glad I don't need to be with someone, because if I was with someone, I don't know if I would be the same, or because. But like I was saying, it's just like I really made a lot of mistakes by being with the person. And honestly, you know, it just sucks that yeah, I've been single for 5 years, but you know what? It's not as bad because it saves me money. But I'll be real with you guys. I do wish I could have this one girl. You know, there's this one girl I really do wish I have, and I wish her name is Cinnamon. She's also in half human, half animal. Basically, she's a cat girl, anime cat girl, which I really adore them. But unfortunately, you can't bring cat girls to life. But like I said before, you know, this is not gonna be like a long stream. I'm probably gonna just do all these, but oh. Somehow you managed to eat my bullets. But like I said, I'm only just probably gonna do a few missions, and that's probably gonna be it. Cause like I said, you know, I'll be honest, I didn't really want to play this game, but I did it for you guys, because I know some people like to enjoy this stream, and I like to sometimes look back at it. I don't know, I may keep the stream, I may take it down, I don't know yet. I'm debating on it. I mean, like I said, I've played Valentine's Day on this game for about over 5 years now. But you know what? But like I said, I'll be honest, I'm actually tired, but hey. I hate Valentine's Day because, like I said, you know, because, you know, because, you know, you gotta, oh, would you be my Valentine? Like, I hated this day because people will be like, oh, look at that, I have a boyfriend, look at me, he gives me all of this stuff. Yeah, well, does it get you all that stuff? Well, let's just talk about behind the closed doors. What do you treat him well, or you go on your social media and you brag about it? You know, honestly, like if I ever get a girlfriend, like I said, but before I tell you that, but this, like I said, this anime cat girl, like honestly, like I really like think she's the cutest character I've ever seen. You know, I mean, I really think she would be honestly, I know they say you can't bring fictional characters to life. If there was to bring a fictional character to life, it would be nice. But due to logical reason, it's just not an option for me. You know, it's just not a logical thing for me to do. Like, it's not physically logic or physically possible to do that. But the reason why I would ever want a girlfriend, an anime girlfriend, because simple fact is they're pretty. You know, they're a hell of a lot prettier than the really pretty girls. 2. You know, they got respect for people, and 3, they actually cook for you. They don't. I mean, you got a few bad red apples, but you know that's everything. You know, everything's gonna be. Not everything is sunshine and rainbows. So you know, everything is gonna be like, you know, it's not all perfect, but you know, it's gonna have its cons. But still, like the thing. Hold on. What happened here? There we go. Again, shake him off. There's no point trying to really fire my weapon at this guy because no point. But I do wish to say, I do really wish that I really do wish there some anime girls' rules to be real, because if they were real, let's just say I wouldn't have to suffer like this. Because let's be real, I don't see myself having a real life girlfriend at all, because because the way I see it is that being with someone these days is not literally being someone with these days is literally like finding a needle in a haystack. You know, the reason why I prefer anime girls because they don't criticize you or judge you for who you are. Like they'll accept you, they'll be like your friend and all that stuff. It's like, and in the real world, they're gonna bound to judge you. They accuse you for being a pervert, and this is what bothers the hell out of me in real life girls. In real life girls, they actually wind up accusing you, saying you're a creep, you're a stalker, and to do all that shit. But you know what really does bother me? The fact is that you know they always play the victim, and the society actually takes their side. Now you don't want to know, and you know what it saddens me that men's have a higher suicide rate, and I hate to say it, men's have a higher mental health and suicide rate. You want to know why? Because society doesn't help the men's out there. We don't. We really don't. Like we're always going to defend the women, but you know what? But women's are always they're you know how they say men's are always bad, or they're always the ones causing domestic dispute. They're not always domestic victims, or girls or women's are always domestic victims. Well, men's are too. They just don't speak out of it. Some people say, like, "Oh no, that's not it. She's just playing around." Yeah, playing around my ass. You know, I don't sit there and say, I don't sit there and take it, like, you know, and say and blow it off. You know, at least I would help the person out. No, you know what they do? They tell you, they don't tell you that they don't help you. They just shove you off.
Here you go.
But you know, it's truly sad, and I feel like that's the world we come into today. And I just personally feel like the world we live in today. I hate the world we live in, because it just shows that the world that we live in, they don't care about men's and all that stuff, and I feel like that's the truth. Like I've seen animes where women beat the hell out of guys, you know, and I honestly, like, you know, honestly I don't like that stuff. Like it's okay for a woman to hit a guy, but if a guy hits her back, the show will get canceled or get a lot of backlash because that guy hit that woman. Hey, let me tell you something. Don't put your hand if they say if the man doesn't have the right to put their hands on the woman, then that should apply to them too. Don't put your hands on the man. Plain simple. I'm gonna go grab a water real quick, so I'll be right back. I have officially returned. But like I was saying is, the world we live in today, it's not like women's have respect for men's, and you know, it's not just the women's too. It's men's and it's men's too. I would say it's this whole generation entirely. Because the reason being I say it's this whole generation, because this whole generation is screwed up to begin with. I'll tell you what screwed our generation up. What really is our phones and social media. That's what really ruined our generation, is social media. Because the reason why is because we had to put ourselves out there, make ourselves be popular and stuff. That's how I see this world coming into. Because I feel like we live in a world where, like, we have to be popular, we have to be famous, we gotta be this, but like, has its pros and cons. To me, when I was young, I wanted to always have a YouTube channel. I always wanted to have a I always wanted to have a YouTube channel. I wanted to be famous. But you know what? When I look at the world now, you got people that were freaking crazy. That were SWAT you, like DDoS you, your IP address. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I think it's crazy, and I think, and that's just sad how famous streamers will get swatted because of the simple fact someone won't like what that person is, doesn't like that streamer or whatever it is. They think it's funny because they don't have to get they don't get the ones they don't, because they think that it's funny, but it's funny to them, but until it happens to them. I always wanted to have a YouTube channel because I wanted to be famous. But when I look back at my channel, I really don't make any progress. Really, I didn't make any progress. I mean, I heard the story of this guy, and I actually would tell you a true story. That this man. I mean, yeah, I'll admit, this man. He was like the ugliest man in the world. And then, nobody liked him. His ex-girlfriend treated him like crap. Like, she'd say, oh, well, you're an ugly pig, you're a slut, you're an ugly pig, you're disgusting, you make me barf, you make me sick, you're a pig, you're ugly, you're disgusting, you make me barf, all that kind of stuff. And, and the poor guy, I honestly, I feel so bad for the guy. Hurt his feelings, and get this, and then he posted a video about himself, and surprisingly he got a girlfriend, and he's married. Happy. I'm happy for the guy. I really am. I'm happy for him. All right. To be honest with you, I wish I was like that. That had that kind of woman that accepts me for who I am, no matter weird or anything like that. And that gets to my next topic too, is why I find it hard. Why am I so picky if I had a girlfriend? Like, you can just go to a bar and just find someone. Yeah, that's not gonna work with me. I am against drinking. I don't care for drinking. If you want to be drunk and high, I will not tolerate that stuff. For me, I don't stand women that sits there and say like, oh, you're on the game all the damn time. Get off the game and spend time with me. Dude. Or she says like, oh, you're on the PlayStation all the time. You need to get off of it and get off the PlayStation and do something better with your life. Yeah, but let me tell you something. You rather have me be out at the bar and be at strip clubs, which I would like to go to. One joke. Yeah, I would like to go to strip clubs, but I would never do it if I was in a relationship. But and do you rather have me be at bars, drunk and screwing with other girls, okay? Or do you rather have me be home playing video games? Thanks. Now, and the only thing I have an issue is why would you not want me to be on my PlayStation? Don't you want me to be on it? I mean, look, I understand if I'm on it a lot, I can make exceptions, okay? I can manage the time, okay? That I'll give her that. I'll give her it to her. She wants me to spend time with her. That I can make exceptions. There is no buts or ifs, but telling me not to play my PlayStation at all, and you want to be the priority? Seriously? No way. I'm sorry. You know, that's not how this work. That's not how it works with me. And another thing too is, if I ever get a girlfriend, there are going to be some rules. One is, and here's the things I want her to be. I want her. If she's a gamer or an anime or watches anime, one of the two, home run for me. Home run. Why? Because I don't have to worry about. Like her judging me for watching anime or judging me for like, or watching why the hell is this not working? Or judging me for what's the word I'm looking for? Judging me for playing video games, all that type of stuff. You know, so this way we have a similar interest. Or, you know, you got some who are just not into gaming, but going to adapt to the things I do. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of life I want to see. You know, and another thing too is, if I ever get that girl, she would like actually would know how to cook. You know, if she cooks like my grandmother, and she knows how to cure me if I'm sick, home run, 100% home run. She's a keeper. And another thing too, and this is the most and top priority thing, is allows me to cry on her shoulders, or lets me like express my emotions and not tell me, "Oh, you're a man." No, sorry. Let me do it in a better voice. "Oh, you're a man. You should not be saying. You should not be crying. You should be a man about it. You know, you should not be crying. You know, I'm the one that should be crying. You should be the bigger person here." Like, you would show your emotions, and you would cry if you saw a puppy. If you saw a dog give birth to 10 puppies, you would cry too. So don't give me that. Or sometimes if I see something that traumatic or something that make me cry, at least let me cry on your shoulders. You know what I'm saying? Or be like, and so it's like, "Oh, if your man cries, you have to dump him because he's not a real man. He's a pussy." Well, guess what? Well, mans have feelings too. You know, we're not robots. We have feelings too. Okay, like how you girls go on social media and cry about like, "Oh, where's all the good men out? I want the good guys to find them. I want all the guys. I can't believe they would go out and they jerk up to porn and go out and jerk up to anime girls and stuff like that." Well, guess what? You went on social media and says like, "Oh, you guys are a creep if you approach a girl and think it's weird, so leave the girls alone." Well, guess what? You asked for it, you got it. So be careful what you wish for. Okay? Ever heard that phrase? Be careful what you wish for. Because then you didn't want men to approach you, and now men don't approach you, and now you cry about it. Don't cry about it. Ooh, oh my God, I almost got caught. Alright, let me focus here. Turn around. Alright. But like I was saying before is, now the other time I want a girl. Now the only thing I want her to be, and like I said, and here's the thing I don't want her to have. Okay, I do not want to have her. I don't want her to have OnlyFans. I know what you're saying. Yeah, it's good. It's a good money opportunity. But let me put it this way: I don't believe in you have to sell naked pictures of yourself just to make money. Like, there's a lot of ways to make money today. There's a hell of a lot of ways to make money. Okay, I get it. To me, that's just being a slut right there. That's like that's just like, making yourself famous. And oh yeah, I forgot about that guy. Like, if you want to dress up like a slut and post it on social media, I'm sorry, I don't like that, because then you got people that goes in their mom's basements and actually pay someone to do that. I'm sorry, I'm against that. To me, you should not have OnlyFans in my book. You should not have it. Like, that should be banned. I mean, that should not be a thing. Like, because to me, it's like saying, "Oh yeah, he can, I can I'm okay showing naked pictures at my wife or my girlfriend, and I'm okay with it." No, I'm not okay with it. Nothing says that it's okay. You know, nothing's okay. Her showing herself on the internet like that. That's how I feel. Because, oops. Because I say it's not okay. Because why is that? How is it okay? To me, how is it okay? How is it okay if you show yourself like naked pictures of yourself? You know, yeah, it's a wonderful way to make money. I don't get me wrong, it's a splendid way. But to be honest with you, there's better ways to make money, because I just don't think it's cool that you got to be with someone that's got to show naked pictures of themselves, and they think it's okay, and you're making tons of money. To me, you know, if you got if you got guys who are okay with it, cool. But to me, no, that's not gonna slide with me. You're not gonna do that with me, because that's not cool. Because I don't like someone because I want you to represent yourself. I want someone that's gonna you know, be something that's gonna like be representative and say, yeah, you know, he's you know, I love my man. You know, I'm not gonna do something, because to me, I consider that being that's like being a traitor right there, because that's like saying it's like doing porn stuff, and then you have a bunch of guys masturbating to you, and it's like and then you know and then it gets crazy basically, which I think it's nuts in my book. You know, to me, that's how I see it. Let me destroy him. You know, because to me that's like, cause again, that to me there's a lot of ways you can make money. You know, a tons of ways to make money. Another thing too, I will not approve. What else? I'm trying to think here, so just bear with me. I'm trying to think. What else? Oh, there we go. That's what I want to talk about. The loyalty. I want the loyalty to be real. Okay. The world loyalty anything anymore is. The fact is they don't show that loyalty anymore. Because the reason why I say they don't show the loyalty anymore, because they feel like if they're not happy with you, they'll go behind your back and they'll cheat on you. I'm like, if you're not happy with me, break it off then. Don't lead that person on and expect them to be okay, and then you somehow allow him to be and then you somehow go behind his back and you cheat on him for someone else. I'm like, are you serious, dude? That's not cool. Like, how could you do that to someone that's been loyal to you? Like, I'm sorry, but like, it was an accident. Yeah, but guess what? To me, it's not cool. You cheat, you done. You messed up. Like you messed up big time. Because why would you cheat on someone if you're not happy with someone? Like, to me, like, I know what some people are gonna say, like, oh, does that mean you're not gonna allow her to have guy friends? Look, I didn't say that. She's allowed to have guy friends. I'm not those type of people where I'm like, oh, you know, I'm your priority. You should block all the other guys. That's another thing too. I would not go with. If someone that's gonna date, tell me who I can or cannot talk to, screw you. You don't tell me. You don't tell me who I can and cannot talk to. You don't get to control my friends or get to control me. If that's the case, then the door's right here. Someone hit you in the ass on the way out. Because that's just how I see. That's what I feel. Okay, you don't just tell me who I can and cannot talk to, because that's just telling me right there is, yeah, yeah, he can't talk to this girl, but I'm his priority girl. You know, that's the thing. Like, you know, I'm allowed to have girls that are friends, but guess what? But I have a tight boundary rules with them. Like, basically, don't make any moves with me. If I'm with a girlfriend, I'm gonna be with her. She's my priority. I'm not gonna make a move on her or date her or anything like that. We're just friends. Like,
Like, if I was with a girlfriend, if I was engaged or married, which that's never gonna happen, I'm gonna... Oh, almost hit those military vehicles. I'm about to get a 2-star one a rebel. If I was to be engaged or be in a relationship or anything like that, let's just say this: I would have all the girls that try to hit on me will automatically be friend zoned, automatically. Why? Because I would not date anyone. Because my loyalty to a girl is high loyalty. Okay, that's how high it is. That loyalty. So remember one thing, guys, is loyalty plays a big role in this. And don't sit there and say, oh yeah, it doesn't. Oh, it does. You know, I want a girl who has a job, who drives a car, you know, and that's willing to, like, say, wow, you know, I'm gonna do this for my boyfriend, or I'm gonna surprise my boyfriend, or I'm gonna cook for my boyfriend. You know, I would get into what I don't want, but half of the things I say, some viewers here may find it offensive, and you know how sensitive our society is. You know, because I think it's so crazy. You know, I mean, I'm just gonna say what I want and don't want, because I don't want to offend anyone, because the way how people are today, you know. YouTube is like, sometimes YouTube is a kiss ass. Like they'll take the person's like, oh, that's offensive, even though they don't respect a person's opinion. You know, everyone has their opinions. You know, everyone has their political opinions. You know, some people, you know, some people like Trump, some people like Harris. You know, and that's normal. Everyone has their own political opinions. You know, I don't have my political opinions, but like, I just more like, the thing is, I don't care neither for politics or neither for like, or anything else. Like, and like I said, like, I'm cool with gay people, but like, if you're a man that's gay, don't make a move on me, because one, I prefer women, not men. Now, I know some people are going to say, would I date a transgender person? I mean, I would be friends with them, but like, dating, not so dating wise. The reason being is because it's just it's just my preference. I don't prefer. I mean, how can I say this in the nicest way without offending anyone? Transgender people, I mean, yes, I get they had a sex change, but to me, I don't feel like, you know, I don't feel that way about them. You know what I mean? I'll be friends with them. I mean, I respect their decisions. I don't understand how I went undetected. I mean, I'll respect their decisions, you know. I'm not going to be like a person that's going to sit there and say, hey, like, you know, I'm going to like, not like, you know, hate them and say, oh yeah, you know, look, you do what you want to do, that's fine, but just don't make a move on me. That's all I say. And the asexuals, I don't know too much about them, but all I know is they don't really do anything for me. I want to have sex. I sometimes want to have sex in a way, and I want to feel that sexual intercourse sometimes. And it's a thing, because when you're young, you want to get the feeling of it. You know, you want to feel with it, like or doing it. Or sometimes you want to come home, and you just want to just, you know, just do it, kind of like. You know, but like I said, one more thing I just forgot to mention about the OnlyFans part, since we're on the topic of sex. The only person that's supposed to see the girl naked is me. If I'm with my girlfriend, no other man's gonna see her naked. The only person that's supposed to see her naked is me. I'm the only one that's gonna see her naked, not them. But like I said, I got nothing against the transgender people. They want to do what they want. That's fine by me. But like I said, I'll be friends with them. But like, dating wise, not so much. Because again, it's just not my. You know, they're just not my cup of tea, basically. I'm not really, like I said, nothing wrong. Like I said, I got nothing against them. It's just, I have a preference. Everyone has different preferences. And like I said, asexuals, again, I don't know too much about them, but I just call them I don't know too much, but based off of what I've seen so far, and what I've seen and heard, I know they don't really, like, they're not into that sex kind of like, and I could be wrong. I could be misinformation about this, but again, that's what I heard. To me, what I call them is like, I call them like they're just called. What I call their relationships is I call their relationship just the basic relationships. Basically, what I mean by basic relationship means like you don't like you mean you cuddle here and there, but not like that. You don't have sex, and you don't like do that kind of like making out session kind of like thing, which to me, I think in my book, that makes a big hole in a relationship, because to me, I want to just do it. And we're gonna do one more mission too, because like I said, I'll be honest with you guys, I really don't feel like playing this game tonight. I really don't. But I'm kind of like forcing myself to play this game. So, but like I said before, that's the whole reason why I want to find. That's why the whole reason why I want to find that person. But like I said, but being with that person is, like I said, it's a needle in the haystack. I mean, hey, nothing wrong, nothing wrong with that. And you see, and that's the problem I have is people not respecting your opinions. Okay, everyone, like I said, people like Trump, some people don't. Not everyone's going to be on board with it. And that's fine. Not everyone's going to be on board. And I personally feel that, oh Jesus, like not everyone's gonna be on board with Donald Trump, and that's fine. I 100% respect their opinions. But like I said before, but the way I see it is that everyone is different. Not everyone's made the same. Like I said, everyone has opinions and stuff like that. But to be honest, the word respect don't come anymore. Like everyone and you see, and I'm basing it off what I've seen. When they have good appearance, they think because they're beautiful because they got an outside appearance. Let me tell you something. It doesn't matter what's in the outside. It's what matters what's in the inside. Because all today is about is what's on the what's on the outside. There is no what's in the inside. To be honest with you, you don't have to be a pretty person to have a good heart. You don't have to be a really hot person to have a good heart. You can be the most ugliest person, and you can have a heart. Hell, you can be the most prettiest person to have a heart. Okay, what makes you a pretty person is what's inside you. That's what makes you a person. Well, what's in the inside of you? What's not what on the outside? And the reason why I say that, because what's on the outside is your appearance. If you brag about saying like, oh, I'm pretty, oh, I'm this, I'm that, then you're a horrible person. And you are a horrible person in my book. You are totally a horrible person, because to me, that's like telling the world, like, yeah, so what? My stuff don't stink, so that means I'm better than everybody. But let me tell you something. Don't think that way, because you act like that way. Guess what? You end up on rock bottom. I'm gonna give it to you like it's hard. Okay, I'm gonna give it to you in the hard and bluntly the truth. And the truth is gonna be hard and it's gonna hurt. But let me tell you something. When you're young, you think you're pretty because you got a good outside appearance. But wait till you hit in your 40s and 50s and your 60s or in your 70s. That little beauty fashion is gonna wear off. And then what are you gonna do? You're gonna put tons of makeup on just to keep your beauty in check. If that's the case, then you need a reality check, because to me that you shouldn't have to be pretty. You shouldn't have to be all pretty and think you're better than everyone, just so you don't have to so you don't think everyone because you have to impress a man. Let me put it this way: you don't have to impress a person to be pretty. You shouldn't have to impress someone. Okay, someone should like you for who you are. They should like you for who you are, not for what you have or what you got. It's for who you are. Because it's the way I see it. You don't need to be You don't need to be impressing someone. Like to me, I'm not gonna go to a gym. I'm not gonna work out for someone. Screw you. I'm not gonna change myself to impress someone. I'm sorry. Maybe if people that does that, that's fine. But I'm not gonna do that because I'm not gonna sit there and change myself for someone to please someone. If that's the case, then that's just sad right there. That you got to change yourself. You shouldn't have to be. You should just be yourself. All right. You should just be yourself. You know. And I really think that in this world don't see it that way anymore. Because it hurts me. It hurts me to say that the world we live in today is like we live in a world that has full criticism. Like we criticize others. Like we judge. Like we judge a book by its cover. Like I said before, and it goes back to the subject of how women address men or how people address each other. Like, oh, he's a pervert, or he's a creep. Let me tell you something. He may not have a good outside, but if he has a good inside, then that's what should matter. It's what's good on the inside. Yeah, I may look like an ugly, like a street bum, but I may look like that way, but I have a good heart, a really good heart. That's how it should be. I have a good heart, a good heart that cares about people. I respect your decisions. To me, if everyone has their own opinions, that's fine, but don't be a dick about it, is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I respect people, and I respect everyone, and I do. But don't sit there and tell me that you don't respect others. I care about people, I do. But the reason why I am the way I am today, because I self-isolate because I wish and I could tell you a true story too, because like I said, I'm not going to be, because after this, I'm not going to be streaming for so long, so I said, this is going to probably be the shortest stream I've ever done in a long time, because, like I said, I'm just not feeling it today, and I'm forcing myself to play this game, so this way I can get people, so I can just talk to you guys. So I know some people were expecting my videos to be a live stream, but I'm going to be real with you. I don't feel like I feel like the reason why I'm the person I am today, because when I was in high school, I can tell you why, because I always try to talk to girls and be socialized, but then every time I tried to do that, they always end up in the counselor's office. I always end up in the counseling office. But I used to post their faces on. I used to post girls on Instagram, and I got in trouble for that. But you know what really pissed me off? The fact that a girl calls me a special ed retard. Yeah, you heard me said it. A special ed retard. And I was called that because apparently she thinks I'm stupid and dumb. Well, I'm sorry if I'm not born the same as you are. Because let me tell you something. I'm not everyone's the same. Some people are born deaf. Some people are born blind. Some people are born with disabilities. Okay, just because someone has a disability doesn't mean they're not nothing. Okay, everyone may have a disability, but don't think that their disability doesn't make them think they ain't nothing. Because let me tell you, look at Stephen Hawking, or if I'm saying his name right. He was the most smartest freaking man ever, and that man was paralyzed from the neck down. Yeah. That man was the most smartest freaking guy in the world. The most smartest freaking guy. The smartest guy with a disability. He was the most smartest guy. And his little disability did not stop him from doing what he loved doing. As a matter of fact, he was a professor at a college. The smartest freaking guy that has the most disability. For you to sit there and say, a special ed retard, that just tells me right there that, wow. That really sickens me. And I do hope for that girl. I hope that girl has a severely autistic child, so severe
that she knows what it's like, what a parent has to deal, when a parent has to go through on a daily basis, when they have to deal with a child that's autistic, that's nonverbal, can't even talk and can't even communicate. I would love for that person. I would love for that girl to go through that stuff, so they know what that parent goes through on a daily basis. So you know what the pain they go through. So you know what it feels like. So you know what type of pain they suffer every day. So you know how they feel. Because you don't know how they feel. Because if a person could sit there and say, yeah, I know what it feels like, no, it does not. Because it's a lot. Because sometimes they have to put them on medications. Okay? You know, they even fear that what happens if they die. You know what happens? They have to go to a group home. That's what happens to those people. Okay? They have to be taken care of for the rest of their lives. They don't get that independence treatment like we do. Okay? Every time when they try to make friends, they always get looked down upon because they always feel like because they always think because they're different and they don't act they don't act as the same as them, or they don't function the same way, or they don't talk the same way as they do. And that's what the world we live in today. Because that's how we live in a world where people sit there and say people with disability are nothing. But let me tell you something. Say that all you want. But when that person with a disability comes back to you and says, wow, you know, I remember what you said to me, that I was young, I was stupid and I was retarded. Well, guess what? I'm actually the smartest person. I'm actually I actually have something really good in my life. Something that I can look upon on, that I worked hard with. Something that someone would say, wow. A person that says that they say that you are nothing. You're just going to be a nothing, but a little toddler, a freaking person with disability that's not going to achieve himself in life. Well, guess what? Never say that, because when that person shows up and has the most successful in their life, you're going to be looking like, wow, I didn't think he would have gone that far. Well, guess what? And there's a phrase. I'm going to say this before. I'm going to say it again. Never judge a book by its cover. You may think that way because everybody's different, but don't judge them, because they're actually the smartest person you can ever be, and you may not see it. Just remember that. You know. Let me see if I can win this guy. Whoops. Crap. But I just feel like I think it's the right thing. I think it's the right for people to say, you know, that a person should not have to go through, you know. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to think of the right words. Shouldn't have to be judged or be criticized because of the way they look or the way they talk and the way they judge. And unfortunately, that's how the world we live in today. Like, we're not perfect. We're not perfect at all. Like, you know, as long as that person shows that kind of love and support and actually says, yeah, I care about you, then that should tell you enough that, wow, I actually do care about a person. To me, I was judged most of my life. I always wanted a girlfriend, but I never got the deep down of why I wanted a girlfriend. Because just maybe, you know what it is too, probably because I don't want to be alone in my life. Maybe I'm just afraid I may lose someone close to me that I have someone to run to. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know what I want. I want a girlfriend so I could just feel like if I lose a family member of mine, I can always run back to them and actually oh crap, come on. I can actually run back to them and it can actually be like they're always going to be there for me. But I'm afraid, that's why I think it's best that I just rather have them come to me. I had over 6 girlfriends. Literally 6 girlfriends. I had over 6 girlfriends from 12 years old to 20. First girlfriend was in junior high. Actually, I had 4 girlfriends in junior high. One girlfriend was
I mean, we were. I mean, it wasn't really, but I'll be nice enough to make it count. I mean, we did kind of somewhat dated here and there, and then actually, you know what? We didn't actually never kiss, so I'll make that 5 girlfriends. Sorry, 5 girlfriends, because you really, well, yeah, we did kind of dated. We just didn't really. Yeah, I'll make it 6, but you know, me and her were just like, just basic stuff. But then she just wrote me a letter saying break up. The other one, she was, like I said, we were on and off. Our relationship wasn't good, and then the other one, she was a little bit of a nutcase. So I broke it off with her. The other one, it was okay in the beginning, and then just we were arguing and stuff like that. Just it wasn't compatible. So I was single from freshman to freshman year. I dated this one girl only in school, but we never got a chance to hang out. But it didn't really work out. So that's the only thing. And the other, my last girlfriend I had was again, like is the one. And I'm just before, and speaking of it, it just sucks that her name is still on here. I wanted her name to be gone on the terabyte, because unfortunately Rockstar's removed it where I can't change the name. Her name is stuck on this terabyte for life. It sucks, but what can I do? But yeah. But I do want to tell you, I was in a 2-year relationship, like I said, and I'll make it quick and obvious, quick and blunt. You know, I personally feel that being in a relationship with a girl I thought was supposed to be my girl, didn't really care about me. Why? Because she actually was talking about her ex-boyfriend and saying like, my ex-boyfriend. I'm like, dude, screw your ex-boyfriend. I'm your priority boyfriend, not him. I'm your boyfriend. You don't need to bring up your ex-boyfriend. He's not your priority. I'm your priority. Okay? You should not have to be talking about your ex-boyfriend on our date. And not only that too, you know, she would ditch me to go hang out with my family members. I'm like, what kind of girlfriend are you? They go ditch your boyfriend to hang out with their family members after he spent all the wear and tear on his car just to be with her. Literally, I put a lot of wear and tear on my vehicle. My brakes cost me $400 every 6 months. $400 for brake pads for front and rear of my car. Yeah, my brake pads. But you know, now all of a sudden, years later, now she wants to crawl up on the front door because she cheated on me with someone after 2 years, and then she cheated on me on Halloween night of 2020 because she wanted to be with someone apparently that meets her expectation. Thinks that it's the best. That think like, you know, because their excuse was to be with a how should I say it? Don't mind the screaming. That's my cousin. She's playing Call of Duty because apparently COVID was high at the time, and you know, I didn't want to get my grandparents sick. What do you want me to do? Sit there and not get? What do you want me to do? Get them sick? I don't think so. And ever since she broke up with me because I wasn't hanging out with her, well, I wanted to be with I wanted to protect my grandparents. You know, it's not my fault COVID was high in 2020, but hold on. There we go. I had to concentrate, but like, COVID was high at the time, and you know, ever since then, I'll never chase after girls again. I'll probably chase after anime girls. You know, hey, if you can't go after fictional characters, I mean, you can't. I mean, there's nothing wrong going after fictional characters. I mean, nothing wrong with that. Because, hey, nothing says about fictional characters. Nothing's wrong in saying like fictional characters is nothing wrong to be a fan of. Everyone has to be a fan of. Everyone is a fan of them of something. To me, I prefer anime girls because, like I said, they don't judge a book by its cover. Oh God. And I don't feel like I don't want to be around with someone that's going to be toxic. Another thing too, I don't want to be around a woman that she's going to be an alcoholic and she smokes weed. I'm against that too. I do not want that in my life. I'm sorry. You're gonna be that way? Find somebody else. No way. Bingo! Right? One shot, one kill. Good, he's in the car. Now we run.
Holy crap!
Alright, sorry about that. Someone asked me something. But like I was saying before, is being with that person is, again, like I said, it's hard. Because again, the society we live in today is, we don't live in that world anymore. You know, and I personally feel like I'm going to tell you this right now, just be single. And I'm going to tell you this right now, guys, just be single. I don't care what they all say, just be single. You don't need a girlfriend. If you're going to be with a girlfriend, let them come to you. Don't go after them. I know men's always supposed to say men's make the first move, but if you want to be honest, I'd rather let them make the first move. Because I want her to. Because to me, if you show how much you care about me, I'm gonna test your theory. I'm gonna test it. I'm gonna put it to the test. I'm gonna make you put all the work in. I mean, I know what you're saying, like, oh, don't make all the girl putting the work in. No. Just hear me out. I'm gonna make sure. I want her to put the work in. I want to see how dedicated and how much does she really cares about me. If she does cares about me, then Then that'd be nice. Because, you know, I can't be doing all the work. She's got to show she got to show me how dedicated you really are to me. Because if you really do care about me, then I don't have to worry about you stabbing me in the back. But then if you do care, and you don't actually hurt me, and you care, and you actually let me express my emotions, then please. Then, honestly, you're a keeper. I mean, hell, I heard a story about a man that buried his emotions, and she actually, and he cried on front. They've been dating for 2 years, and he cried for the first time, and it was a true romantic story. It was on Reddit too. Basically, it's look it up on YouTube. My boyfriend cried in front of me for the first time. Look it up. Basically, this man, cries because apparently his mother was gonna be dying. So all the emotions bottling up. He just cried so hard, and she basically showed how much she really cares about it. And I'm like, oh my god. Now, why can't women be that way? Why can't they accept men that way? Why couldn't be a man cry on her shoulders? Why can't she show how much she cares about him, and say wow, it's okay, and hug him and say, it's okay, sweetie, you can cry on me. No, grow a pair is what we get. Man up, grow some balls. That's what we get. Grow some balls. That's the life we live in today. That's what we get told. Grow up, grow a pair, man up, or I'm leaving you. That's the life. That is the life we live in. To me, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna tell you about myself. Me, I'm a volunteer. I'm a volunteer firefighter. I'm not gonna say which department because I'm gonna keep that anonymous. But I am a volunteer firefighter. I go to work and I just play video games. I don't go out. I don't travel. I don't go get takeouts. Because why do I need to give people their rent money, get money for their rent, where I could just go home and just cook food? You know what I'm saying? Boom. I don't need to, like I said, I'm not giving, why should I give them rent money so they can give them the rent money so I can eat? You know what I'm saying? That now? No way, man. So that's what I gotta say. I'm not gonna be with someone that's gonna be like that to me, and I wanna be real. And I'm not gonna be with a woman that abuses me too. I will not take that either. Okay, you will all right. If I respect you, I want you to give it to me back. That's how it goes. I show respect. You give me respect back. Otherwise, the door is right there. Don't let it hit you on. Don't let you hit it. Don't let you hit you in the ass on the way out. There we go. Because to me, that's just like, because like I said, I respect you if you respect me. If you disrespect me, I'm not gonna have respect for you. That's just how it is. To me, I want someone that's gonna be respectful and present themselves. Look, I'll admit, I can be a pervert too sometimes. Look, I don't mind if my girlfriend's a pervert around me, you know, not like around other guys, you know, like around me and she's a pervert and she just does like sexy things, you know. I would love those things. You kidding? I would love to kind of have that kind of, you know, because that builds a bond in our relationship. And I want to take things and I want to challenge our relationship and see where our relationship takes us. It basically see how much she's willing to adapt. And she's saying like, wow. Because let me put it this way. Yeah, video games may be boring, but let me put it this way. Gamers that stays home and plays video games for a living actually stays out of trouble. Like, to me, I don't do things. I don't hang out with people. I don't go to bars. I don't go to drink. I don't do all that stuff. Why do I need to drink? You know what I'm saying? Why do I need to smoke weed? You know?
Okay. Get the hard drives and get out safe. You gotta be alive to spend this money we're about to get.
Alright, let me do what I need to do. But, like, that's what I want to be. Something that, I want to be someone. And I want to have the emotional support where someone's going to say, you know what, Alex? I'll support you no matter what. No matter what you do. And matter of fact, I was hoping that someday, I'll get that girl that meets my desire and my needs and my wants. But like I said, finding that type of person is literally a needle in a mile-wide haystack. Now, to top it all off, honestly, I would love to date an Asian woman. I know this is a shocking coming from me, but I would love to date an Asian woman because I feel like they're literally the prettiest people I've seen. They're like if you go to Japan, they're the most prettiest people. I love the way they dress, the people dress, especially the women. And I would say, like I said, I would date any girl that's Asian, like Chinese, Philippines, Korean, or Japan, anything. I would love to date them because I would like to know what it's like dating their culture and learn more about their culture and their life. And the thing is, you're someone to say, well, why don't you just date a girl from Japan? I would do it, but there's just one problem with that. The problem is that if I date an immigrant from another country, and my grandma has shown me this before, it's basically you date an outsider country, the state is going to want you to pay them an arm and a leg for you to bring them out here. Say if you marry them and they get their visa card, let's just say, and if they divorced you, you're stuck with them for life, and you're stuck paying for them because you brought them out here. If you watch this show called 90 Day Fiancé, you know what it's like. I would never date anyone from outside the United States. You love me? Come to me. I'm not gonna leave. I'm not gonna go out from you. I'm not dating someone out of the United States. But if you decide to come here on your own terms and you get a visa and become a citizenship, then that's a different story. But I'm not going to date someone outside of a country. Then I'll pay over about over $20,000 to marry them to get their visa card, and then they decide to leave me and go screw around in the country. Meanwhile, I'm stuck paying for them, and if they have a child, I'm stuck paying for them. But like I said, I heard that they're really good people, and I would like to know. And yes, they got a few bad rat apples. Not all of them are good, but I just think Asian women are prettier, and they're really pretty people. They're really pretty women, and I think they're pretty. I would love to date one. I want to know what it's like dating one. I heard they cook for the men's, and I like that. That needs, and I heard some of them would actually take care of their husbands and their boyfriends or whatever. Like their husbands, their wives, or whatever. I heard they take good care of their partner. That's what I like to see. Is that kind of stuff. We don't see that stuff anymore. But like I said, well, that's going to be it for today's stream, guys. I know this was really a short stream because, like I said, I didn't really feel like playing this game. But anyway, you guys have yourselves a good, happy Valentine's Day. Again, do not worry about needing a girlfriend because you don't need to be in a relationship. Screw them because think about it this way: you're saving money if you're not in a relationship. Think of it that way: you're not in a relationship and you're saving tons of money. So you guys have yourselves a good night. Stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.